he runs towards them. Like, I can already see it in my mind. Whoever our future David Luiz is, him shitting himself as Mbappe runs at him at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, I think Haaland, I can definitely see in the Prem. I think he's got like the physicality. His dad played there. I think there's a bit of a kind of, I can see him in the Prem. Mbappe, I think it would be great to see him in Serie A because nobody would be able to keep up with him
No,
because
but
nobody runs in Serie A.
there
But
are no spaces. Like if teams start playing with like I don't know, watch any Inter game when we defend. Like there is no space for Mbappe to run through. I actually think Haaland would be more proper for the Serie A
yeah,
than Mbappe. Yeah, man. People were saying about Lukaku, like I don't know if Lukaku can deliver. Yeah, see what he's doing now, and I think that Haaland in Italy would be scary. Mbappe, I see him a little more in the Prem, more space, more opportunity to run the line, to run the sideline and all that. But we shall see.
we shall see. But we should talk about the game. We should actually talk about the game. I feel like Sevilla are always an entertaining side to watch. They weren't actually that bad. I think they had a bad 20-minute spell, really, where the game just got away from them. But they did manage to get one back. Luke de Jong, who always just, every time I see him, he scores. Like every game I see of Sevilla, he scores. So he managed to pull one back for them. It definitely means that they're still in with a shout. If we know anything about Dortmund this year and over a few years, is that they're not the most reliable team, right? So there is every chance that they could fuck this up. That second goal for Sevilla is huge. I think at 3-1, Dortmund go through. At 3-2, we don't know who's going to go through. I feel like that really, really keeps it open. It was a good game again, very entertaining. I was keeping an eye on Papu Gomez. He was a little bit quiet. Unfortunately, couldn't really get himself into the game. But yeah, two good footballing sides and just Haaland. That the understanding that him and Sancho have together as well is really good to watch, really good to see. And Jude Bellingham, young English prospect, 17, crushing it in the midfield in the Champions League knockout stage. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Nice. So, yeah, this is the thing. Like, it's a win, but it's only the first 90 minutes of the game. We're going to see the second half going to Sevilla with, they were playing in Sevilla.
Yeah, they're going to Dortmund. Yes.
I mean, 3 away goals, it's good, but when you win 3-2, I think they're going to play it all in the away leg, and there is no yellow wall this time. So it's all going to be football. No supporters pushing the team. We shall see, but then at the same time.
Tommy, how excited are you to talk about this game, by the way?
You say this, I will actually give a news to the listeners. So, together with some friends, we're working on a board game related to football. And last night we had a big meeting to kind of like get out more of our ideas flowing, start to design the board and everything. More to follow. I think it could be something fun. But so I didn't watch the games. I did watch the highlight. But, after 1 minute since the game has started, I checked the score. And they were already up 1-0, and they didn't see it coming. And they, like Michael, my friend, you've seen him already, you've heard him in the pod already. He's a hardcore Inter Milan fan. He was speaking about the board game, but I started smiling, and I was like, I'm sorry, Michael, I really have to interrupt you. Look at this, they're already 1-0 down. Okay, I did not watch the game. Rory, I know you had the double screen action going. Tell me about it.
Well, I was just really impressed by Porto. I was just really, I think I was kind of talking them down previously and saying, like, they're always in the knockout round, but then they never really go much further. They've just always, there's always players there that are going to go on and do bigger, better things. And I think almost Juve were maybe a little bit too cocky. Juventus cocky, can you imagine it? I think maybe they were a little bit too cocky and they took it a bit lightly. But Porto, clinical, I would still say that this is Juve's to win, really. If the next leg is in Turin, Ronaldo will drag them through somehow. But Porto were able to expose their defensive weaknesses. Szczesny had a bit of a shocker, especially on the first goal. But I think the key moment again, and this is what you were just saying about every goal counting, the key moment is that Juventus got one. If they hadn't have got one, I would say, okay, maybe they're going to maybe Porto will go through. But now they've got one, you're thinking, okay, Juventus score one at home, then they're already going through. Like, so it feels kind of like it's a great result for Porto, but I still think Juve will go through.
We have kind of gotten used in the recent years to see Juventus underperform in the first leg and then just, nail the second leg. Still, last night's defeat without Chiesa's goal would be tricky. Still, 2-0 against Juventus. You have to visit them at home. It's not enough, but it's a win. Okay, it's a win. They are winning the first half. I like to think of the Champions League 2 legs as one half, another half. They're winning the first one, but Juventus got a shit ton of stick for their performance last night. Rio Ferdinand said that Juve were horrible. Del Piero, he just said that Juventus were lacking ideas. Vieri said absolutely nothing from Juventus. Capello, would you ever guess? Postman Pat. He was the most vocal about it, and he said 8 defenders versus 3 Porto players, and they score. That just can't happen. It's unacceptable. And Cassano also said that...
Oh, another pod favorite. Fucking love a bit of Cassano. What's he got to say about it?
Know that these guys have copied us, Rory? They have their own fucking seemingly podcast going too on YouTube, and you would never guess they've got more listeners than us.
Oh, fucking hell, Antonio. Chuck us a few, please. Come on, man. I'll give you a cake. Just chuck us a few listeners.
The living room, and it's usually Castano, Adani, and Vieri, and they just chat about football.
I love it already.
And man, they did say some heavy words about a few Italian pundits without saying their name, but making it very clear who they are.
I love it.
Oh, you mean the short guy with black hair? Yeah, he sucks. Like this type of stuff, But yeah, very underwhelming performance by Juventus. Chiesa's goal could be really crucial.
That was a great goal as well. That was a really nice goal.
And Juventus have got another, they didn't think they would have to think about this one too, but it's not looking pretty in Serie A. It's not looking pretty in the Champions League. And you've got a final against Atalanta in the Coppa Italia.
Can we talk about Chiesa quickly? Because I feel like he's actually been a very good signing for them.
He is a very good signing. So ever since Baggio, oh my God, what did I see today? Rory, a Netflix documentary about Baggio is coming out. On the Netflix Italia page, they just said prossimamente, which is basically coming soon. Also, quick fact, I went to the Netflix Italia page for the first time today. You know what the description is?
Go on.
It's Tadum, which is the sound. Tadum. And they thought it was genius. But yeah, Roberto Baggio, ever since Baggio moved from Fiorentina to Juventus, that was like the end of the respect between the two clubs. Like Fiorentina fans are very vocal about Juventus. They hated that move. And Bernardeschi, who's also at Juventus, did the same move. Chiesa, of course, was the biggest talent that Fiorentina had. But yeah, man, as much as I don't like the guy because he's a flopper, he's kind of a whiny player.
He's got a really annoying face. I feel like it's not the best insight, but he's just got a face you kind of want to slap.
Like, yeah, I know. Yeah. He looks like a whiny kid. Like, I don't know. But he's class. And I do understand why Italian pundits and in Italy in general, he has been really pushed for the past 5 years. He's got an incredible change of pace. He's got the dribbling quality. He can cross, he can shoot, he can change position throughout the play. He's absolutely a very talented player. Yet again, another Italian offensive player that Mancini can rely on big time this summer. So yeah, the crucial player with a crucial goal did not come from Cristiano Ronaldo, whom I heard was not at his best during the game against Porto.
Well, he is mortal. It will happen every so often, I suppose. But yeah, just because every time I see Chiesa, he pops up with something and he gets, or it always seems like the late winner or the key goal is scored by him. So I think, especially at the beginning of the season, I heard a lot of people talking about how that could potentially be a big flop of the transfer and maybe don't get him in your fantasy team because he's never going to play or whatever. And then all of a sudden this season, he's been one of their best players. So fair play, Federico, not Enrico. That's his dad, right? Federico.
His dad.
Yeah, absolutely killing it at Juventus, but a result that was as bad as their shirt. So unlucky Juventus. We move on to the next leg.
Nice. And Europa League, the games are still going. We're at the 90th minute. Olympiacos up 4-2 against PSV Eindhoven. Man United, they bag a fourth thanks to James. And Tottenham win comfortably 4-1 with the last fourth goal by, let's see if you guess, Rory.
Kane.
Do you remember this guy scoring against Marine? He's such a sick player.
Oh, wait, the fucking Brazilian knobhead. Yeah. Vinicius.
Yeah. Correct. And AC Milan are still up 2-1. But, Rory, we've got quite a few games to review in the Prem this weekend.
I'm so excited for the Premier League weekend. Honestly, in researching for this weekend, I was like, oh, shit, it's that good. Oh, my God, I'm that good. Wow, this weekend's going to be amazing. So, the games we have are...
Last night, during the Champions League action, Man City were playing their game in hand against Everton, which they won 3-1, and they are officially 10 points off second place.
Wow. Yeah, it's over, guys. It's over. It is over. Yeah, so they've now won 17 competitive games in a row in all competitions. And up next is the tricky test of Arsenal. So this is the game we're going to kick off our weekend preview with. And Tommy, I was talking to the boys today on WhatsApp, and I was like, I'm shitting myself about this game. And I was actually, as I sent the message, I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just resigned to defeat. It's not even oh God, could we do it? We're not going to do anything. Every time we play City, they roll us over by 3-4 goals, don't break a sweat. And then we go, oh, plucky old Arsenal. We gave it a go, but we were dog shit, right?
And the plucky old Arsenal is by far the most British thing you've said in 26 episodes of the podcast.
Yeah, okay. Well,
that was
I'm going to aim to beat that at some point. Spiffing. There you go. There's no one. But
before you break down the preview, let's just take it as a good Sunday of football and friendship. And whatever the results are, we'll accept them philosophically.
Yeah. We could either be both of us ecstatic, one of us ecstatic, or both of us depressed. It's going to go... Although, like I've said, anyway, against City, I don't expect us to do anything. And, of course, because every time Aguero and De Bruyne are injured, their first games back are always against Arsenal. Like, always. It's always, and De Bruyne will be back for the Arsenal game. For fuck's sake. So, I'm expecting nothing from this game. Man City are playing irresistible football. If a team is to do the quadruple, maybe this is the time, maybe this is the season that City can do it. For Arsenal, our only hope is we beat them in the FA Cup last year. So that is a one-off performance where we did them. It was very enjoyable, but I'm not holding my breath. But if City win this, they can go 13 points clear, depending on how United do. And like the league now for them, I think they have to concentrate on winning the next 3 or 4 games, get a good cushion up, and then they can focus on the Champions League. Because once they've got a 15-point gap, which I think is definitely achievable, once they've got a 15-point gap, they can start kind of rotating teams and start putting all their effort into the Champions League. So maybe they can do it this year. It's really important for Arsenal that they got that win over Leeds at the weekend, because this is the start of a rough run for Arsenal. So, yeah, it'll be an interesting Sunday. But before I get too depressed at the thought of it, let's move on to another big game. And we have one of the many derbies this weekend. We have the Liverpool Derby. We have Liverpool versus Everton, the Merseyside Derby. No one calls it the Liverpool Derby. Sorry, the Merseyside Derby. I'm
joking.
And again, this is it could be a good time for Everton to face Liverpool. So I was researching their results, and the last time Everton beat Liverpool, Tommy, what year do you think it was?
The last time, I remember when we watched Liverpool-Everton, you remember we were with Reed, and they checked the stat, and they think that the last time they won it was in 2011, maybe?
So close, Thomas.
Yeah, so
2010, the goals scored by Tim Cahill and a certain Mikel Arteta. Yeah, exactly. It was that long ago. So that was the last time Everton beat Liverpool in the league. And I think this could be the best time for Everton to beat them again. But as we said, Liverpool won midweek. and maybe they'll have a bit more form coming into this. They'll have a bit more belief. I feel like psychologically for Everton, it's always a difficult game, and Liverpool do kind of roll into it thinking they're going to win.
I do think that this time Liverpool. I mean, you remember